Good morning, Prometheus. This is Dark Storm, and we are should probably smoke some more gamey meat. Let's hear a little on the low side. The titanium cooking. Yeah, we're about to head off on our first. My God, it's too early in the morning. On our latest adventure, which is probably the last operation on New Frontiers DLC. I have any gorse in here? Doesn't look like it. I'll only use that for smoking meat, so I am gonna have to go dip in here. Yep, here we go. Let's go get this started. That's done. Gotta make sure. Oh, lost one. Look in there. Just get in there. Temporarily untied. Stuff ready to go. Yes, I know what I need. I need a bee. Where's Mr. Worker Bee? It's Queen. Need you. Yeah, let's grab this one guy here. Put you to work. And give me some more honey in the meantime. Should. Are you? Okay. Gotta turn that off just for. Yeah, I know. I know I need food. The thing that I have the most of. Where I was headed was get a little remote. Ready? Do I have anything else here? I think I do. Okay, yep. Give it back here. I got a fair amount of powder. It's still, I got enough stuff to make. Still got a lot of dirt, but I'm gonna be conservative with it. What's I gonna do? I'm just gonna make a set of what? Noise suppression? No. Falling resistance, yeah. Yeah. 20% falling resistance, yeah, that'll work. So I need platinum, steel, leather. What is this? Is this not on? Second, I'm gonna have to. Problem. Don't make another wind turbine, I guess. Get some more power, but I'm gonna need needs 8 electronics. Okay, how many of these can I make? 4. All right, let's start with that. Okay, copper. Need copper, and I think I have gold already. It's done. Where is it? Yeah, I have one. Get this one over here. Grab that. Hope everybody's having a good Memorial Day if you're in the United States. And if you're watching it on demand, hope you're good as well. Appreciate your time. And if you're liking the content, if I could get a like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Halfway through on that. I'm gonna think if there's anything else I need to make plant-wise, since I've already fertilized the crops. There's a copper. Once again, is the most valuable commodity. Copper and silica for some reason. Couldn't begin to know what that. Hey, half eggshell. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. I'm doing okay. Where was I? I'm making electronics. Yeah, that's what I'm making. Her first time making gold. Nope, making copper wire. Get my minerals straight. Are you in the U.S., Big Show? Yeah, this is Icarus. It is a first-person survival game that has been out for, thank goodness. I think they first got the early access doing beta testing. Yeah, so happy Memorial Day. It was 2021, I think, when they were first doing the beta testing of this, and it got released in December 2021, if my calendar's correct. And it is a very good builder survival game. It is sci-fi based. It is not a zombie contemporary Earth-based game. The basic premise is there was a moon around an exoplanet, and we decided to try to terraform it with these enzymes that they introduced into the planet to terraform it, and the enzymes interacted with an unknown, MacGuffin material, and basically the air is only partially breathable. You need a suit on in order to breathe the air. You need oxygen, supplemental oxygen. So you have to make sure that you can get oxygen to breathe. You need food and water. There are animals. I'm in a fairly late game area here, but a lot of the early game areas, there's earth adjacent animals that look like rabbits, deer, that type of stuff. So hunting and cooking are part of the game as well. So the company Rocketworks that makes this puts out weekly updates. So they've been quite committed to this. I mean, I think they're on their 170th update or so for this. So they have looked after this game since they put it out, and have been basically making the DLCs, feature updates, what's the word I'm looking for? Quality of life changes. So I mean, they have kind of been doing for this, like the Hello Games has been looking after No Man's Sky, just consistently. Company that makes this has been doing very similar work. This actually came out in a much better state than No Man's Sky, mainly because it was tested and done as like early access. So they would only put this thing out when they started in like 1 weekend a month, and it would only run for pretty much that weekend, because the original way this game would run is you would have these missions, and they would only run for a certain amount of time, and you had to get back to your dropship and get off the planet, or else your character would pretty much be permadeathed. So it was pretty hard when it first got out, because there was no kind of persistent open world to it, and that the feedback from a lot of the players is that it's kind of too hard, every time you start it, you have to rebuild. You had to basically do your base over and over again, because every time you'd start a mission, you'd have to, redo all the fundamentals again. Now, a lot of people like that. I didn't have that much of a problem with it, but I understand that a lot of people wanted to have just a constant base and would just come back to that base and do missions and operations and stuff without having to redo everything, each time. So you can do both. They introduced open world mode to it, but you can still run it in kind of the more hardcore mode, where you can lose your character if you don't get off the planet, by the time the mission counter, counts down. So, sorry, that's my speed run of what this game is. Let's see here, what time is it? 16:20. Do I have, are you guys finished yet? Nope, you're almost done. So yeah, I've been playing this since the second beta weekend, so I've been pretty much with this game on and off since its creation. Yeah, just a quick question, Eggshell. How's the game audio and voiceover audio? Is it clear? It's kind of hard for me to kind of tune live streams in real time without anybody actually in the chat to give me feedback. So I appreciate when somebody's actually here. So. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I have to go back and watch the VODs, to try to make any adjustments to the audio levels. I think that is going to be it. Alright, you guys are almost done. I need my sickle to harvest my plants here. What's your preferred genre for gaming? Do shooters or RPG, survival, strategy? Yeah, if you notice, when I harvest those plants, I get the plant material, and there's a fairly significant tech tree that's been slowly expanded since they put out the game, but it's always had 4 tiers. And kind of where I was heading before is in the non-open world mode. If you have mission requirements that force you to get into tier 4, you had to, early on, you had to really level, you had to kind of power level, because each of these tiers is kind of level gated. I don't, because I have it here, I don't have the levels in front of me, and so it's like you had to get, I think it's level 10, excuse me, level 10 to get the workbench, and it's level 30 get to the machining bench, and I think it's level 40 to get the fabricator, and inside the working inside the actual tech tree, individual items can have their own level gates on them, in addition to things that are specific to a DLC. So it's like this, that little icon that's in the upper left-hand corner on those boots. That is the iconography of the newest DLC. So this obsidian armor is specific to a DLC, so you wouldn't see this unless you purchase the DLC. And there's also other items, things that are like buildable items. Yeah, there's certain items too that requires you got a talent tree too. So there's items in here that Melee armor. Yeah. You guys, I undid it. Yeah, to get Arctic armor, you know, so you have to, certain areas, you have to have certain talents to get certain items out of the tech tree as well. And as an example, yeah, so this Creature Comforts pack, that is that's an add-on piece because you have mounts and in the game as well. So there's a little bit of animal husbandry in this. Yes, I know, I need my oxygen. Yeah, so I have a buffalo and a horse. It's actually called a Tyrannus. They don't call it a horse. They call that a buffalo, but my horsey has fangs. Yeah. Sorry. Ow. Yeah, and you got fall damage in this game. Everything recently, Fallout 4. Yeah, I definitely have sunk a lot of time into Fallout 3, New Vegas. Where did I put? Yes, thank you. Need my oxygen. There we go. Hey, I'm gonna refill my water. Yeah, so they've made changes to this over time where you could just originally you could drink out of pretty much any water source and get water, and then they ultimately made it so that there's a chance of getting sick from the water, so you actually had to build even rudimentary filtering. Like I said, we have, it's not here, some of the elements that you have for building. It's like you need, do I not have charcoal? Anyway, as I say, you have charcoal that you can use to make gunpowder, but the charcoal can also be used for water filtration as well. So elements in here have multiple uses. And, you know, your food spoils over time as well. So, like I say, these things, I have them, this is pretty high-end food items. But, you know, I can salt them for preservation. This is smoked and salted. So, basically, I have nearly 5 hours of playtime before any one of these things actually spoils. But, you know, just as an example, raw meat, you know, when you kill an animal, yeah, that's going to spoil in 6 minutes. So I put it back in my deep freeze to basically stop spoilage. Which again, this is a tier 4, this deep freeze is a tier 4 item that, you know, eats a lot of power. So, I mean, I have solar panels and wind turbines and a battery to you know, try to keep my power up. And of course there's water as well. So like I say, I have a water pump, electric water pump, which is where a lot of my electricity is going right now. Yeah, so I needed 8 Oh, I don't really need 8 right now. I just need another 4 for this. And that's doing that. I need some carbon paste. Do I have enough? Yes, I know. I think I need 5. Yeah, for sure. For sure. The early game, well, there's difficulty sliders when you start a mission or an open world instance, from like, you know, easy to hard to, you know, and then there's hard with a like a hardcore modifier. So it's kind of like if you're playing Fallout and you put it in survival mode. And I'm trying to think of another game that has a similar mechanic. So if you're doing like 7 Days to Die and you do the hardest difficulty, there's actually another checkbox in there that actually makes it even harder on top of that. So it's got a system similar to that as well. Okay, did I get this out of here? Where'd you go? There we go. That's that. Yeah, I should probably just make it morning because I'm running out of power. I need my sun to charge my solar panels because my battery is gonna get too low. That's the reason I'm trying to get another wind turbine to make it so that I can get a little extra power overnight. Try to keep it so that my my battery doesn't completely deplete. You know, so it's like the electrical system in this, you know, I have it set. That's the water side. Let's go to electric. You know, I have my deep freeze set as the priority. So if I lose, you know, most of my power and the battery drains, I've got 1,750 units of power just as a bare minimum, just to try to keep things running overnight. But unfortunately, that's not enough for even my one priority item. So if we run out of power, it just shuts off everything and tries to hold on to. So with 1,750, it only gives like 60% usage, which, you know, still allows food to spoil and deep freeze because it's not at 100%. 100% ability. So it's got systems on top of systems, so it's fairly got some fairly deep gameplay pieces to it. Right, I think I got it's my wind. What do I need? I need 10 more aluminum. I have a stack of that. Thank you. There we go. Craft that up. I'll go underneath the electrical tool. This. Where did you go? You are here. Not sure where I'm gonna put this just yet. Let's see if I can. And, you know, some of these systems, it's like I say, I can't put this too close. You know, it's like I can't put wind turbines too close to each other because they will potentially interfere with each other. I think this is probably smaller enough. Okay. Let's see, I need to wire this up. I can do this. Alright, are you fully operational? Hope so. Okay, yeah, so we have 3,500 power. and another, kind of gameplay systems. Yeah, I am in Iowa. I live in a suburb of Des Moines, so I am a Midwestern streamer. How about yourself? Okay, trying to put something away. I forgot what it was. Yeah, here we go. There we go. And yes, I know what I was going to do. Now that I have that, I need to smoke this meat. Yeah. There we go. Get that started. So it's like anything that like does cooking, nothing is instantaneous. Everything takes a certain amount of time. So it's like, say this stack will take 6.5 minutes to finish. Need to be wasting my coal. And there's a fairly thank you. Yeah, what was my best song last night? I had some bad weather coming through last night. My wife was showing me something on her phone. I forgot what it was though. Something was going on in South Carolina last night. Oh my God. Is there a shooting last night in South Carolina? Something, I think my wife was showing me something last night. On bed. From West Virginia originally. Yep, I'm from Kentucky originally. So yeah, I spent a fair bit of time in West Virginia. Yeah, we used to go to the Huntington Mall. That was one of our for shopping. We'd either be going west to Lexington, Kentucky. I grew up in born in Lexington, but grew up in Moorhead, which is about halfway in between Huntington and Lexington. Basically, where Moorhead State University is at. That's where I pretty much was raised until I got out of college and got my first job down in Florida. So what was I saying? Yeah, so there's weather systems in this game as well. Yeah, just like you in Fallout, you have the kind of the singular, the radiation storms, kind of as your singular weather event. And here, there's, depending upon what biome you're in, the biomes there's biome specific weather that you have to deal with. So I'm in this volcanic area, so there's ash storms and acid rain. And they have a tier system for the weather. So there's like green weather, which is not too bad. You can be out in it and you'll take a little bit of exposure damage. But there's certain tiers of storms where it's just absolutely nasty and you'll take a tremendous amount of exposure damage. Need food here. Thank you. So I chopped up a little wood. Let me put this away. Add to stacks. Get that out of there. And I went off and left this. I don't really need all this, but I'll harvest it regardless. Need any more in here. Whereabouts are you at in South Carolina? Are you inland, coastal? Used to drive through there when we would go to Florida. We would, depending upon what route we would take, if we wanted to take the Georgia into South Carolina route, or go up 95 and head over through the middle of the state and go up towards Knoxville. We used to vacation a lot in like Gatlinburg, Tennessee, so pretty familiar with the North Carolina areas. North Charleston, gotcha. But yeah, we spent time in South Carolina as well. I think I've got everything I don't need. I'm not going to be harvesting anything where I am going. Put this away. I don't need this, and I don't need these guys here. What I can do to put this away. I can just put this away for now. Not sure if I need it. I mean, I can make plus 10 degrees temperature, 10 degrees temperature, health regeneration. Oh, okay, health generation, okay. Okay, cuts down water consumption. That would not be bad. That's plus 10, that's 25% food. That actually would not be bad. I should probably switch out to cocoa. That's these hot drinks, yeah, so this gives stamina. Stamina. Hey, stamina is not bad, actually. I'll take stamina. I'll keep my coffee for now. So I'm going into a very cold area. So I definitely need the plus 10% temperature. Like I say, my armor gives me some exposure resistance. I get plus 5% cold resistance, but that's not enough. I've got my Arctic armor is up in my other base I've got to head up to right now. I play a lot of different games. Right now, I am just trying to finish out this DLC here on Icarus. I am toying with there's some more stuff coming on Icarus. There's some more DLC that they're working on. So I am trying to determine what my next thing is. So this operation I'm on is kind of the last one of this DLC. I am considering dipping my toe into Enshrouded, which just got an update last week. I think it's like their 6th update for Enshrouded. It's still in early access. So I have yet to play it, and I've been wanting to, you know, kind of give it some time to cook before I got into it. I think this is might line up pretty good. So I may start Enshrouded after I finish this last operation here in Icarus, and there may be a time where I end up doing a couple of different games. You know, I might ping pong in streams from one game to the next. I just haven't really decided a schedule on that. Like I say, I'm a fairly new streamer, but you know, Icarus is kind of my comfort kind of my comfort game. I like a lot of survival stuff. 7 Days to Die has got an update that's coming. I like No Man's Sky. Also spent a fair amount of time with No Man's Sky, so it's a story about that. Yeah. So I am about 80% sure. Oh, musical instruments. Yeah. When I was, yeah, I don't play anything currently. When I was went through school, I was in played violin. Basically, played violin while I was in middle school and high school. But you know, it's just one of those things that, yeah, man, I got my, uh, I got my patch, for my letter sweater in orchestra. But it's just one of those things I never picked back up again. Once I got to college. So yeah, I've always I have tinkered with the idea. I've always actually wanted to learn how to play piano, so I've actually considered getting a MIDI keyboard for my PC to actually learn piano. I just haven't. It's one of those things that's on a ever-growing list that I don't have a chance to get to everything. What about yourself? Do you have a musical background? Do you play for fun? In addition to Fallout 4, do you play instruments, guitars, pianos, trumpet? What am I doing? I think I got everything. Okay, clean this out. Oops. I need to put away. Put away my seeds. And I think my worker bee has provided all the... Yep, you are done. And I got plenty of honey. But I do need to check on the smoker, see if my stuff's done. It is still got a flame. We have 50 seconds left. One left. Alrighty, that's good. I'll wait for that to get done, and I'll salt that. Wow, that is a cornucopia of instruments. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I spent quite a fair amount of time around the band. My cousin, who's a year older than I am, so we were largely in school together at the same time. He played trombone, concert band, marching band, all that. So I was fairly stayed fairly close, to the main band as well, in addition to the string. Oh, excellent, excellent. Well, good luck with that. Definitely make use of give my animals a pet here. Make sure everybody is fed and watered. Yeah, use social media to your advantage. Marching band. Excellent, excellent. Get some food here. Yep. I need to make some more food. But I think this is... now that I've got that, I need to salt this. Okay, salt that. Okay, very good. Yeah, I only recently installed TikTok, mainly to look at my analytics, because I stream vertical on TikTok. and YouTube. So I stream to YouTube and Twitch and X, letterbox 16:9. Yeah, trying to think, and YouTube and TikTok vertical. Yeah, so there's forest. Let's see here, my map it's not really good for doing this. This particular map that I am on is for the DLC. So there's kind of a forest, grasslands biome. There's Arctic biomes, and swamp biomes here, which are actually new to the game. There was always kind of forest, desert, and Arctic. So the swamp and the volcanic, kind of lava biomes are new to this New Frontiers DLC. The map itself is called Prometheus. There's two other maps. The original map was called Olympus, and that had forest, Arctic, and desert. They introduced another map called Styx, that also had forest, desert, and Arctic. And they come out with this, the DLC for this, and they introduced new biomes, the swamp and the volcanic area. Yeah, so you can see lava streams and stuff in this biome. Let's see here. Did I get everything? All right, it's about time to make it morning. I can head out. I think I got food. Got food, water, oxygen. How's my oxygen? My oxygen is good. I think I'm gonna go start it up. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, so one of the things they introduced, like I say, this area that I'm in, if you notice, in the bottom left, there's a kind of a temperature gauge. Like I say, you can get hyperthermia and heat stroke in this game, so there's status effects. And like I say, if I get closer over to, so if I get too close to the lava, even with this, very good armor that I've got, if you notice, the temperature, goes down as I get away from the lava. There I am. Yeah, so the status effects can be pretty, yeah, the swamp and the volcanic areas, they're no joke, because they have kind of biome specific predators in them as well. So just as an example, I have this creature deterrent here that keeps, zoom in here. So this orange area here, basically it keeps animals from spawning in this area. Now what's interesting is all the animals in the game, the predators and the non-predators, all go towards water, just like normal animals do. So that's good for hunting. You kind of know that all the animals are going to be attracted to water. That kind of helps hunting in the game. Is this 12:50? Am I okay? I don't need to sleep. Thought that was some other time, so I'm gonna head out. I need to head to my other base to get closer to. I've got to traverse. And there's areas in this game. There's a kind of another biome they call the Nullsector that doesn't even map correctly. So you kind of have to put down these beacons to mark trails for yourself. so you kind of know where you're headed because you don't have any topology to use, so you can't really know if you're going to walk into a big crevice and fall to your death, or so you kind of have to make your own roads with these trail beacons. Yes, you. There's two things. There are plants that have berries in them, and your secondary. I don't call it secondary. I call it your primary. Pretty much is hunting. So, like I say, I have a whole slew of weapons, but you start off. I mean, you can do it with a knife. I don't know. Like I say, as soon as I head into this other area, I'll be needing to. All right, buddy, let's go. Use my buffalo here because he's got a lot of. And I think I've got everything before I head out. Make sure I don't forget anything behind, which I am prone to do. Don't think I need anything. Got ammo. Got food, ammo, and oxygen, water. Yeah, I think I'm okay. Turn the lights here. Yeah, I'll kill something here. As soon as I get away from where my creature deterrent is preventing spawns, I'll show you how the hunting and skinning goes. And in order to build, basically it's also a builder as well. You have to mine. Let's say yes. See if I see a. No, of course. Now I've switched over into another biome. There's a animal we can kill. So if you notice this map, I have this is me here in my mount. I have gone into this area and it has a status effect where I'm consuming water 500% more than I normally would. So my water consumption is up 500%. So I will go through my canteen fairly fast. All right, let me do this. I don't want to deal with that status effect right now. I'll deal with the possibility of. Let me see if I can get the attention of this guy. Kill cam for the win. Yep. So I deleted that creature. Get out of that status effect real quick. So I will skin him. Well, if I can get to him before something else. So the other predators in the game will eat that carcass if I can't get to it fast enough. So wait until this storm is a yellow storm, so this is not too bad. But there is a you know what, this is actually not a bad storm. I'm gonna go over here. Yep, I got somebody is trying to eat my. All right. Crap. All right, fine. Yeah, that's a stone jaw there. He's just a. Yeah, I have a special ammo. Oof. All right. A cold steel ammo that does, in addition to the regular damage. Sorry, this is a very long way to answer your question, but yeah, so he doesn't actually have any meat on him, but he's got bones and other resources on him, but that is not what I'm talking about. Somebody trying to attack my Damn it. Okay, try this. Yep. They already ate the meat from that guy that I killed, so I don't actually need any of that. So let him go. All right, are you all right? Yeah, he took a little bit of damage. The mounts, they can actually defend themselves. I have this guy set to just run away because I've put a lot of levels into this buffalo and I don't want it to die. Now, by and large, it can take care of itself unless it gets ganked by a whole lot of things at once. Like I say, one-on-one, he can take care of himself, and, you know, depending upon what animal that's attacking him. Okay, my stamina's depleted. I need to hold up here a second. Yeah, there's going to be no shortage of animals on our way through here. I'll get something close by here so you can see the all the resources that you can get when you actually skin animals. And some of those talents in that talent tree have to do with how many resources you get. So there's talents that say, you know, if you need, you want more bone or more fur when you're skinning. So the talents kind of play into your hunting. Yeah, just stay away from. Need to sprint through here. All right, so we're about done with the storm. So you notice the storm exposure is slowly creeping up to the end. Once that storm exposure hits the edge of that red area, I'll actually start taking more health damage. So you see it went from 1 to 4, and I think now it's backing off. Yeah, so I'm getting 2 or 3 to 4 health damage. But my talents and stuff, I have so much regeneration. It's not really a problem. Yeah, much better. And I'm damaged. I need a bandage here. Can't do that while I'm on you. And okay. There we go. Yeah, and take this. Oh my god, seriously? Not another one of you. Alright, I'm out of here. So I have to kind of follow my beacons here to kind of know where I'm going. All right. And in this area, there is no. Yeah, so I think I'm safe enough here. Stop moving. So you see these resource nodes here. I have a pickaxe. That allows me to get ores, and I can smelt those ores for various resources. There's sulfur, silica, iron, there's copper. I think you saw me, I was smelting some copper to make electronics. Ashen Drake, it's kind of like a Komodo dragon. Yeah, I don't want to mess with those. If they bite you, they have a bad status effect that you get. Alright, fine. Oh my god, seriously, not again. Alright. Don't know what you were. Yeah, I think they have fairly They have sales on this fairly. You like set up camp on your journey, or do you just ride? Yeah, there's, as an example, it's hard to show it in this map. But once, you know, you get a kind of a mission, it will put a mark, you know, that is roughly in the vicinity of where you're trying to get to. But there's nothing that says that you can't just, if you didn't want to do any missions at all, you could basically just build. You could go out and hunt and mine and build, and just, if you didn't want to do any of the story content at all, not here. Don't want to mess with you. If you didn't want to do any story content at all, you could basically just do this as a survival builder, and just build and make, you know, huge bases if you wanted to. So you certainly could do that. So you can kind of play this game however you want to. You can kind of just, you can't really run into story content by exploration. That requires kind of a deliberate act of actually getting a mission. So you're not going to just happen onto it. So it's like there's no NPCs in this game, so you're not going to get like a quest, because it's not an RPG, so it doesn't play like that. So it's more, let's not go south. I need to go around here. So it plays more like a survival builder than it does an RPG, even though there are missions in here that you have to very specifically get, but they just don't organically show up in the world. If that's clear. But I think where was I headed? Yeah, they get sales on this. I think, yeah, I need to regain my stamina. Let me go real quick. Okay, let's go to the store and just open it up, my Steam page here real quick. Yeah, it is currently, I mean, it's not a real expensive game. It's $34.99 right now. And they have sales from time to time. I think, I don't know, has Summer Game Fest on the big Steam sale during the summer, has it already gone past? I don't remember. Yeah, there is, you can do co-op with this, so you can set up private servers and do co-op. Sorry, I'm lost here. Go west. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so you can get together a group to play this. And you can actually set your own persistent server up for this. So if you have like a group of friends, you can set up a dedicated server, and basically just you and your friends play on it. Or you can basically play with anybody that's on Steam. Oh, okay. Play on console. I gotcha. Yeah. It's not. I don't. Alright, I'll deal with you. Alright, fine. Caught me on fire, did you? Yeah, as soon as I get done unaliving this thing, I'll talk about the interface. on this because you do play on console. Yeah. I know I'm on fire. All right, you know what? Let's do this. There you are, buddy. Okay, let's see if we get anything useful out of this lava broodling. Okay, yeah. So I got bone, T-bone. I know where's the T-bone going to be on that, but yeah, suspension of disbelief, and just basic raw meat from the sky, which I actually do not need. Okay, you doing all right? You took a little bit of damage, and you need some water. You have to keep your mount. Gotta keep your mount healthy as well, because your mount also needs food and water. Right. Need to refill that. Missed opportunity. Okay. Let's get out here. Yeah, so this is really is a mouse and keyboard it's built for mouse and keyboard, so it's doesn't have a console version. It is not impossible for them to do this as a console, but it would really require, I mean, they did 7 Days to Die. There's a console version of 7 Days to Die, so it's not that you can't do a console version with the all the item like all the items on the lower part of the screen. It's just they would have to really, figure it out, how they wanted to do the controls with a controller. So it's not impossible. I just don't know if that is on their roadmap. All right. Yeah, I have consoles, but I pretty much, there's certain games I played on consoles. Like I say, I played the original Last of Us on my PS4. I played Fallout 4 when it came out on PS4. I have an Xbox One that I have yet. I was gonna say have yet. I haven't played it in a while. I'm trying to remember what I actually got that to play. It may have been Dragon Age Inquisition, but that may have also been on PS4. I have an Xbox One. I just don't remember what I got it to play. All right, out here. Turn this off. Leave this on for the moment. Wow, that's really dark. All right, I'll leave that turned on. I'll hang out here until the storm dies out. Yeah, so you have these. Dude, you're in my way. All right. Yeah, you have these cave areas here that have other resources in them. Like I say, there's platinum here. That's more platinum. There's titanium. So there's kind of a scarcity system. So the more rare the material, the less of it you find, as you would expect. So it's like you find more. What the? I swear, somebody attacking my buffalo. Oh. Dude. Yeah, it's this guy here. He's got some type of weird disease. And there's this other type of mineral that's called an exotic. It supposedly is what caused the terraforming to go wrong. So I can get this. So, okay, this guy had fur, leather, bone. Yeah, so we had a lot of stuff. The only thing I really wanted was the exotics. And did you get damage in any way? Nope. Okay, this... Alright, need food. Okay, I forgot to make more food. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, buddy. We're gonna do this. And... I know, suspension of disbelief. We're gonna just... I'm gonna feed that animal to you. Because... reasons. Now, that's not really giving him a whole lot of sustenance, but that'll keep him alive for now. Yeah, so there's a lot of kind of first-person adventure, my God, kind of survival strategy game. Oh my God. Yeah, I've been doing this a while, and I got the gray hair to prove it. Like I say, I'm in my mid-50s, so it's hard for me to really put my finger on a favorite because I've played so much stuff. Kind of all-time, I would probably have to say, I don't know, got cave lung. I don't know. I know I got a spacesuit on. How did I get cave lung? Anyway, I would have to say something in the Assassin's Creed genre in their kind of mid, probably, probably like Assassin's Creed, maybe in the Rogue, right before they did Origins. So Rogue, like in the probably like maybe the Ezio trilogy, basically like what is it? Revelations, like somewhere in the Assassins 2. Yeah, it's like the Ezio trilogy, I would have to say. Status effects. Yeah, so I'd say probably around the Assassin's Creed 2 would probably be one of my all-time favorites. Yeah, I've really been kind of disappointed in what they've been doing recently. I started Valhalla and never finished it. And it wasn't that it was a bad game. I mean, I like a big open world. I mean, don't get me wrong, I finished Origins and Odyssey, but I just didn't have the the drive to get in and really about maybe I think maybe a quarter. I played about a quarter of Valhalla. Yeah, yeah, I don't, Unity and Odyssey were good, but I just felt you played your play style was different in the last generation. Like I say, I forgot to. Oh my God, I forgot to mention Black Flag. Black Flag was awesome. That was another one. Yeah, they're just not the same now as what they once were. Like I say, Origin and Odyssey were good. They were different, but they were good different. But as Valhalla and what was supposed to be a DLC for Valhalla, I forget the one that came after that had Basim as the main character. Crap, I forgot what it was. Okay. All right, we're out of here. Let's go. Yeah, I don't usually travel at night, but I want to get to my other base. I have been wanting Ubisoft. I mean, they're in such a bad state right now after Shadows. I'm not sure how they're gonna recover. I would love for somebody else to get that IP from them. Even if, you know, it's unfortunate that the company itself may not survive. I would really like somebody else to get that IP from them and redo the originals. And you wouldn't have to really do a whole lot with them. I mean, basically, you know, do them with a little bit modern engine. You know, and just, you know, quality of life. You know, so like, you know, take the ultimate evolution of that whole engine and UI was Rogue to me. You just played like an absolute beast in Rogue. So if they were able to use the Rogue gameplay systems and basically backport that onto the original Assassin's Creed narrative, but use the Rogue gameplay systems and UI, that would be awesome. Make sure that I'm going where I need to go. Oh my god, lag, come on. I mean, there's been some talk of somebody mentioned something about they're already planning DLC for Shadows. I was just like, oh my god, what? You know, give it up already. I mean, you guys need to. You guys are gonna have to do something in order to survive. I mean, even Watchdog, the original Watchdog was awesome. But you know, 2 and 3, they just diverged too much from what the original was doing. And again, they were trying to open world it. Yeah, I know. Say it's dark. Ah, here we go. Yeah, it's... Yeah, the fact that they put a... in Shadows, they put a character archetype in for Yasuke, but you know, made him more samurai than assassin, and you know, did things like, well, you've got this character in an Assassin's Creed game that can't you know, that can't do a what is it? Oh my god, it's been so long. That can't do a leap of faith, and can't do a, you know, an assassination from above. Again, this and some of this I may not be saying correctly just because I haven't played it, but just from what some of the Let's Plays that I've seen, Yasuke doesn't even play like an assassin. And it's like you're in an Assassin's Creed game, though. Yeah, Watchdog Legion. Yeah, that was the third one. Need to refill my water here. So you've seen how much water I went through, you know, because of that status effect. Yes, this is a kind of a lower tier purifier. It basically uses charcoal to refill this, but it, you know, doesn't give me the super high-end status effect of like purified water. This is just treated water, which is not quite as good, but it you know, it keeps you from, you know, it doesn't make you sick, but it doesn't give you as good a status effects as like a tier 4 water purifier does. Yeah, I mean, there's other games that I have wanted to play that they have just messed up so bad. It's like I mentioned, I played Dragon Age Inquisition, which I liked. Yeah, see, I have yet to finish Dragon Age Origins, and I haven't played Dragon Age 2, but I actually finished Inquisition. Now, the one that they just put out, what was that? Dragon Age, ooh, chilly out here, -18. Might need to turn on, there we go, we need some warmth in here. Yeah, so I'm in the Arctic now, so I'm getting snowstorms instead of ash storms. Okay, yeah, I don't, yeah, so I can just toss, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll T-bone just for reasons, and I need to swap out my armor. I need my Arctic armor. Let's see, that. I need to put a new saddle on you, because you're gonna get cold, so I got a desert saddle on him. I need to put an Arctic saddle. There we go. Thank you. Put this away until I come back. Yeah, I'm gonna need this. Some building pieces to traverse around this area and just swap out. Yeah, that's Bethesda. That's Bethesda timeline for you there. I mean, I played Starfield. Starfield wasn't bad. It wasn't as good as it should have been. Where's my legs? Here we go. I mean, it was a decent game, but I mean, it had even as much as they put into their engine, it still had Bethesda jank to it. Yeah, that was 2014 when Fallout 4 came out. Yep. What am I looking for here? Yeah, come here, you. I probably need to cook you as well. Put this away. There we go. Yeah, I mean they're deep into Elder Scrolls 6 right now. Lord knows how much longer that's going to take. Okay, that in this. Yeah, so in this area, because of the temperatures, it causes me to consume my food 50% faster. But it keeps the food from spoiling quite as long. So each of these kind of weird, you know, biomes, you know, when I went from the volcanic area, since this is kind of Arctic, kind of attached, you know, around this Arctic area, which is all the way up through here, they have a different set of status effects. Yeah, I played some Fallout 76. I mean, it was okay. I mean, it was made for as much mass appeal as I could possibly get, you know, with the whole, what they call that, a live service game, you know, what they basically called that. And I mean, it's okay, but it's not, I mean, it's not Fallout 4. And I actually enjoyed the first season of Fallout on Amazon on Prime. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what they do with New Vegas in the second season. So it's not like somebody can't do something good with the IP, you know, if they, you know, take care of it. But you know, like I say, they'll finish, you know, Elder Scrolls 6, and that may be, um you talking about Fallout 76 that you haven't finished? Yeah, I have not. I started it kind of after they did, where they brought in the NPC into it. So I started on some of that uh, quest line, but I never have gotten to the Scorch Queen. So I haven't done the main. Oh, okay, the show. Okay, yeah, they the people in that show, the people that they got to play the characters, they're all well acted. So, what are you doing there? Oh, you need water. Fine. Well, okay, I'll give you water because I need to switch over to coffee. Right. There we go. Okay, I need to switch over to coffee. There we go. Treated water. So yeah, I got a status effect from the treated water. And the hot coffee, it has its own status effect too. So, and I am just gonna wait. I'm not gonna sleep. I'm just gonna wait until it gets some daylight. Don't plan on finishing 76. Yeah, I don't blame you. Um, what's funny is I was playing and some high level character I encountered came up to me and like gave me a bunch of stuff and gave me like this crazy automatic shotgun. And it's like after that, I mean, combat almost became trivial. I mean, granted, I was not in a real high level area, but I mean, he gave me like a real high tier weapon. That's like, thanks. And all of a sudden, it's just like, okay, man, I can just mow, I can mow shit down now. I mean, it's like you get the some of the encounters with the robots and stuff, and you just tear through them. It's like, okay, that almost trivialized the game. Now it's just like, is that gonna? So I can I solo a Scorch Queen? Probably not. But you know, again, it has made things fairly easy. Uh, I can kind of mow through the Scorch fairly quickly with this gun. But I mean, that's just so many random things can happen in the game. Yeah, but I mean, that's like I say, the guy could have just as easily, like, you know, killed me too, but he gave me a bunch of high tier stuff. So I guess the players that have been playing it the longest just have all this stuff, and that is they give it away to new players. Okay, it's almost sunrise here. Gonna hop out and want to try on this stream to try to get close enough to this objective for it to kind of kick into the net and tell me the next thing I need to do. A couple more. Oops, I am out of food. I'm not out of food, I'm just, my status effects have worn off. There we go. Yeah, so in this area, I'm eating like AC Unity. I actually beat Unity. That was one of the ones I could not remember. Unity and the one in London, whose name escapes me. I finished that. Largely, I think I 100%ed Unity. Crap, what is the name of that? Turn this off. Activate. Head out here in a second. Oh god, that's gonna haunt me. Yeah, where's my, yep. Let's Creed in Syndicate. Oh my god, yeah, finally got the word. Yeah, so I finished kind of that trio. So I finished Black Flag, Syndicate, and Unity, and Rogue. There we go. Thank you. And like I say, those were just some of the, I think the gameplay systems that they used in that class of Assassin's Creed are some of the best that they have. Not that Origin and Odyssey was bad, but I think in terms of the evolution of the gameplay systems of a Assassin's game, the Unity DLC, I believe I did. I think I played all the DLCs. I think I got the Game of the Year editions of those that had all the DLC. And I think, is that the one where at the end of it, it shows Connor killing the guy's father at the end of that DLC? Download the content. Unity has 2 pieces of DLC. Undead Kings. Yeah, so I played the Dead Kings, but I did not play Chronicles China. Okay, yes, it is time. Go. Okay, I've got my armor on. I don't need this. That's taking up space. Let me get rid of this. That. Got food, I got water, I got ammo. Okay, I got building pieces. All right, let's go. Yeah, I think you're right. That was at the end of Rogue where it showed Connor killing oh my god, what is the protagonist in Unity? What is his name? Shows Connor killing his father. He's the one that killed him at the beginning of the game. Supposedly they showed that at the end of Rogue, but I'm trying to remember what the character is, the protagonist's name in Unity. Whoop! All right, got here. Dang it! I'm gonna deal with you guys. I'm gonna run over here, and I'm gonna get you guys to fall into this crevice. Okay. Arno, yeah. So yeah, showed Connor killing Arno's father, which yeah, that was a kind of a cool twist that they put that in. Yeah, sorry, it took me a couple minutes there to see your answer. I'm not used to having to look at chat because I'm not used to anybody actually being in chat. So appreciate that. Yeah, so I am heading. I gotta head up to here. I've got. Yeah, I probably should have brought my beacons with me, but right now I just want to see if I can get it to kick over and give me the next objective. I might actually need to make more beacons, but we'll see what we get to here in a second. When I get to right there, I kind of have to climb up this mountainside here. This is why I need the building materials. If you notice, that animal that was chasing me was a snow wolf. And like in the forest biomes, there are regular wolves. Oh crap, oh, I got it. What's going on over here? Oops. Snow leopard. Dang it. I don't want to deal with you. You guys stuck in the rock or something? Alright, let me get away from these guys. Around this. Here we go. Alright, I gotta go up here. Yeah, I mean, Valhalla was so big just by itself, and I think they introduced 3 DLCs, you know, on top of that. I was like, oh my god. Now, I mean, I don't have a problem with... No, oh god. With, right, let's get out of here. I mean, I can... Alright, fine. What? I'm gonna cheese this real quick. I'm gonna unstuck myself here. There we go. Where am I? Sometimes you get stuck in the... Alright, where did this thing go? Right. It's over here. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can get up here. What was I saying before I almost fell to my death? Yeah, I don't mind a big game. I mean, I played, and it's funny, I still have not finished Skyrim. Skyrim was actually my first Elder Scrolls game that I played. Right. Okay. I need to get across here. I keep, for some weird reason, I keep losing. Take you with me. I mean, it was. Need that. Come on. There's so many different endings in Skyrim. I never, you know, I never finished the Dragonborn ending. I never. Hey, kitty. Okay, I'm out of here. I never chose which side, the Imperial or the other people. The Stormcloaks or the Imperials. I never completely. Yeah, well, I would almost, what I would suggest, and I don't know if they have done it, they just remastered Oblivion, which is 4, which is 1 before 5. Amazing how that works. But the one before Skyrim, they just remastered that. I don't know if they did that on console or not. I haven't actually looked at it. I have Game Pass, so I technically could play it. I just haven't looked to see if the Oblivion remaster, if they did that on if they did that on console yet. I'd be very surprised if they didn't do it on console. That's just, you know, that's more money for Bethesda. So, again, like I say, it wouldn't surprise me if they did it. I mean, they have done so many different versions of Skyrim. I mean, you know, how many different editions of Skyrim do you need? You know, the Ultimate Edition, the Remastered Edition, the XYZ Edition, you know. All right. I don't want to deal with you. I'm just going to run by you. Yeah, they usually put pretty good sales on the Bethesda stuff. You know, I'm gonna raid. Back myself off of a cliff here. All right, I'm gonna run. Yeah, they are great at making money. As if they were as good at making games as they were at making money. And having said that, I mean, it's not that they don't know how to make good games, but they need to, well, truth be told, they need to throw out that engine that they've got and just go to something like UE5 and be done with it. Because that's kind of how they did the Oblivion remaster. So the actual rendering part of that is done using UE5, but they kept a part of their creation engine to kind of do the back-end stuff. Which, if they could do that, why did they not do that already? Why did it take the company that they contracted out to do the remaster to figure that out, you know? That creation engine that they've got is just is garbage at this point. It cannot handle the weight of the games that they're putting on it. There's just no way. All right, I'm lost. Okay, there's the. Okay, I'm not lost. Not completely lost, anyway. Yeah, one of the last operations that I was on was to make my way all the way up here to this outpost. Sounds like a polar bear over here somewhere. Okay, it wants me to do something. What does it want me to do? Huh. Okay. Are you wanting me to go up this? I mean, it's trying to get me to go over here. I mean, do I need to go down that way? Okay, I mean, I can go over there. It's fine. Down here without killing myself. Yeah, that looks like a pretty good fall. Yeah, that's can't traverse some of this area here. Here. Yeah, that's still gonna break an ankle or something. I don't have any splints. Alright, so I'll just head over here. What are we into? Hour and 45. Oops. All right. Ow. That hurt. Right, let's go over here. Let's find out what we got. Uh-huh. I see. It's like a cave up there with some scaffolding. Alright, over there. Could I get where I need to go? Maybe. Alright, so I'm gonna have to... Oops. Hello, Mr. Polar Bear. I thought I was hearing you somewhere. Hey, crud. Fine. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, so if you notice, I am there we go, at level 60. Now, originally, I think the level cap was 50. They had to raise. Uncharted, I gotta be honest, I have not played Uncharted. I think I may have purchased one of the collection where they did 1, 2, and 3 together. I've been actually waiting. There. I have watched some Let's Plays of all the Uncharteds, but I have not played them myself. I do actually want to play them myself. And I think I have been waiting to see if they put those out on PC. Oh man, seriously? So Yeah, so I want to play Uncharted. Okay, there's that. Okay, there is a... Yeah. I just came up here. Ah, I didn't see it. There it is. I didn't get far enough over here. Uh-huh. Okay. Let's see if I can put a... Okay. I'll leave that there for now. Okay. Alright, what's the deal here? Search the surrounding area for explosives. Really? I don't see explosives. I see a spot to put explosives, but I do not see any explosives. All right. Is it trying to lead me? Where is it trying to lead me to? Okay. Not sure on this. Yeah, every video game has its... Oh, God. Yep. Oh, Lord. Oh. Yep. Oh, fall damage. I gotta hide. Make sure something doesn't try to eat me while I've got no health. Okay. All right. Lord. Yeah. I didn't mean to take that elevator. Okay. Huh. All right. Search the surrounding area. Okay. What surrounding area are you wanting me to search? Huh. And under the cave for supplies. Okay. Under the cave for supplies. Check the outpost and area under the cave. Okay. All right, so it's wanting me to go back to the outpost. Okay. It's at 12:30. Okay. Yeah, I don't, like I say, I don't have the same hand-eye coordination I did when I was younger, so that's the reason I don't play online shooters. I used to play a lot of deathmatch on Half-Life, you know, back in the day. But yeah, I don't. Not a Call of Duty player. All right, where? Okay. Look for supplies. Okay. Are you gonna? All right, fine. All right, I was in the middle of explaining something here. Yeah, so I'm, even though I keep killing these animals and getting the XP, I'm capped at 60. I still get the XP. Search outpost area. Okay. Okay. Not sure. What for explosives? I'm not sure where the explosives are supposed to be here. Explosives in the toilet. Nope. Under the cave. Area under the cave. I mean, there's some stuff. I wonder if they're talking about something down here. Under the cave. Just saying that there's something down here. All right, let's try this. Let's do this. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Alrighty. All right. Literally under the cave. Now, let's see if I can get up here. All right. That. So I can keep from killing myself. All right. Okay. That's that. That's that. That's that. And let's deploy. Step away. Okay. Get inside this cave here. Okay. What we got? Anything I can take? Ice sheet. Note 1. Alright. In the cave I did. Preliminary exploration has shown the presence of some sort of crystalline structure towards the rear of the cave. I've urged the team to keep their distance as it seems to emit some kind of vibration like a resonating frequency. Hands appears to be deteriorating more each time he enters. Could be prudent to have him exit the sector and catch on evac pod for evaluation. Okay. Spotlight. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Anything in here? Ooh, water tank. Some useful drilling equipment. Biofuel. Okay. What's this? Oh, got a bed. Unknown. What we got here? Flashlight. Ooh, stuff. Alright. Exotics, I'll take that. Yep, I'll take all this. Good stuff. Yeah, this is stuff you get from the space station. Yeah, me too. Sorry, didn't see your note there. I played Black Ops 3 campaign when it first came out. I played probably about 25-30% of the Black Ops 3 campaign. I really wanted to play Advanced Warfare single player. I just never got around to it. Now that Microsoft has bought Activision, I've been wanting to see if all the Call of Duties are on Game Pass. Oh. Use a bandage here. Okay, here that. Lord, I can't see. Oh, good lord. That's why I can't see. Is that a floodlight? Okay. Follow the voice. Okay. Anything of interest over here? Hieroglyphics. Anything over here? Nope. Yeah, I played the original Modern Warfare 1 and 2, I believe, before they got remastered and everything. The original versions of those. lost. Made it here. Okay, maybe I can. Oh, okay. There's a little. Alright. Need my light on. I'm gonna fall and kill myself. I'm actually amazed that that last fall that I took didn't just end me right there. Hope I'm going the right way. Yeah, so there was some people, I heard some voices in here. The note said that they found, crystalline structures in this cave, a team that was at those bodies that we saw, at that last outpost. Some of those, their team members, whoop.
Don't come close. Don't come close. I'm not myself. I feel strange. Who are you? Who am I? Where are we? Don't come close. I'm not myself. I feel strange.
So I'm trying to find out what's going on with these guys. Why they're messed up while they're inside this cave. Assuming I need to get over there. Assuming that's what they're talking about. Yeah, so that note when we first came in said that one of the guys was not acting normal. I'm assuming that's the guy that's talking all this gibberish in here. I need to find out. So basically we got hired, basically to look into the team that was doing this investigation and try to get to evacuate them if possible. And we're trying to hunt down any of them that are left. Oh, here we go.
I'll infect more of us. I killed them all. I'll do it. If I don't do this, they'll take me. You don't understand what's coming. I'm sorry. There's no other way. I have to.
Okay.
Prospector, Norix were clear that they were only willing to pay full price for the scientist if he were still alive and or mostly in one piece. They sent their commiserations, and half of your usual fee. Interesting. While he seemed to think he was contagious, the initial analysis of the bodies shows that this exotic infection is transmitted via the surroundings of the Nullsector itself. Humans are always blowing things out of proportion, aren't they?
Okay. He deleted himself. Okie dokie. Anything here? Oh, stuff. I'll take stuff. Yep. Paints, I don't really do that. Gunpowder. They're making explosives, I think. Exotics. Yep, I'll take all that. Anything here I can yeet out of here? Biofuel radar. Yeah, I'll take it. Thank you. And oops. Oh, hold on. I got another note here. Oops, I must have missed one somewhere. Yep. Oh. Frag grenade. Sweet. Figures. I'm kind of at the end of the DLC. What if I become the lights they turned on me? They aren't beautiful at all. They burn, hurt, and bleed. Cave is dark, but it's also so bright it hurts, but I can't help myself. I have to get closer. I need it. The others don't understand. They hate me. Well, buddy, you sound like you're a little bit crazy there. Is there any food in here? I got eggs. Flatbread. Oops. Alrighty. Strawberry candy. There we go. Ooh. What do I get from that? Movement speed, 25%. I'll take it. Yeah, so they sent me in here to try to evac this guy and his team. Sounds like he got rid of the rest of them, and he just killed himself. Guess he thought he was contagious with something. If you notice that purple light up there, these exotics, that is kind of their color scheme. So we're to assume that this exotic material that's on this planet thought had some type of contagion with it, but apparently that's not the case. And if you remember, that one animal that we were attacked by had those purple crystals growing out of it. Let me figure out how to get out of here. So it's possible that he thought the exotics carried some type of contagion. Lava. What's interesting is we're in this Arctic biome. It's -7, but there's lava right there. I think it would be a little warmer than that. Let's see if we can get out of here. Kind of lost. So we got this one. We just finished that operation, and I think that was at the very end of the mission tree. So this may have been the last one. Yeah. Yep. If I can find a way out of here. And I like having 25% movement speed. Oops. Okay. Apparently that didn't work. I'll go this way. No, 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 no. Oh, good Lord. Gravity. Hate gravity. All right, can I get out of here? Can I? Is there any way to get out of here? Yeah, maybe. Ouch. Okay, is there a... myself out of here. Right. Yeah, I try to get on in the AM CST, usually around somewhere between 6 and 7. I don't have an absolutely rigid streaming schedule. Like I say, I was in at a little after 7 today. I usually try to get on before that. So usually somewhere, 6:37 CST. That's normally when I try to get on. And I try to get on every day, but there's sometimes I get busy doing other stuff. So yeah, like I have an entire playlist on YouTube of this entire live stream. I actually need to update my playlist. I haven't done that in about a week, so I gotta put a bunch of stuff in my playlist. So you can actually follow this from the very beginning. Uh, I kind of was learning my way through. There were some issues. I needed to get a better mic, so I had some audio issues early on. So there's some that you could probably skip, but you can kind of see the entire progression of this from the beginning of the DLC to right now on a YouTube playlist. So, like I say, as soon as I figure out how to get myself out of here, I'm going to be heading back to my main base, and like I say, I'm gonna probably go ahead and drop off here. Like I say, I'm gonna try to figure out how to extricate myself out of here. I need to swap out my. There we go. Yeah. So not sure how I'm gonna get myself out of here. Might actually just do something. I might actually just cheese it. Just use the unstuck. Whoops. Hold on. What did I do? Aha. Where did I go? That threw me someplace. Oh, threw me over in the swamp. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, here's what the swamp biome looks like. I need to get myself out of here. Yeah, so I'm gonna just follow this. So it's not what I was planning to do. I didn't plan on getting thrown this far out of that biome, but hey, it worked. So notice these guys here are different than any of the creatures that we've seen so far. And they may or may not attack me, I'm not sure. Keep my pistol out here. How you doing, buddy? Can I just run by you? Yeah, I appreciate you hanging on the stream. Like I say, I tell everybody, if you like the content, like and subscribe, my obligatory call to action. But I know you have a lot of choices when it comes to what you spend your time watching, so I certainly appreciate your spending time with me today. Where am I? Nope. I need to go further north. Oops. Hold on. Did I? Oops. Okay, go this way. Oh. Yep, and there's underwater in this as well. There are underwater caves, where you can get resources at if you need them. Oops. Turn my light back on. Yeah, I'm sorry it's nighttime while I'm here. But you can tell this is a completely different vibe in this biome with different creatures. The environment is different. Hold on. I'm a little toasty. I need regular water. Where's my regular water at? Ah, here we go. Gotta swap this out. Okay. I'll say I don't need to be drinking hot coffee in this biome. Oops. And when you go underwater, it puts out your lantern, as you would expect. Kind of flying blind here. Right, just see if I can get a marker here to head towards. Ouch. Oops. So there's briar patches in here that will damage you. So, like I say, when you're running around here at night like a doofus like me. Am I? Okay, let's try this. Okay, it's just water. Okay. Can I get out of here, please? Looks like I'm in a river. Yeah, just thank you. Let me out. Ouch. I'm just kind of YOLOing this right now. I'm just trying to get out of here. Oops. Alright, calm down. Calm down. I don't want any issues with you guys. Yeah, you can tell by the sound in here that this is a completely different area. It's like the biomes, they have their own unique soundscape. You can tell the sounds of the animals are different. So, like I say, there's resources here. Now that I'm in a different biome, I can show you some of the foresty type stuff. Like I say, I can't really do this now because my inventory's full, I think. Yeah. But like I say, I can chop this tree down and get sticks out of it. I can chop one of the bigger trees down to get wood, which is very important. And you can get basic fiber, which is also very important early game. There's probably a cave in here somewhere. Yeah, I'm so high level now, I can kind of just rush through here without being too terribly concerned, because I can unalive pretty much anything that I come across very, very efficiently, so I'm not really too worried about it. Now, early game, if I just had like a bow and arrow with like basic arrows, I wouldn't be near as cavalier with going through here. Yeah, Eggshell, are you on, did you catch this as a live short, or are you watching on, regular YouTube? Yeah, they are no joke. Because they have kind of biome specific status effects, like things in the swamp tend to poison you. And the poison status effect can range from just basic damage. It can also, I can turn this off. It can also, I think I can get out right there, so I'm gonna keep it this way. It can slow you down and make it so you can't sprint away, which really sucks if you're getting just wailed on and you're poisoned and you're slowed and you can't get away. That really sucks. Okay, yep, live shorts, gotcha. So you're looking at this on vertical stream. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, like I say, if you want to go back and check out my Prometheus playlist, like I say, it has the entire has this entire journey on it, and I chose to kind of do this let's play live because honestly I do not have the time for a lot of editing, so I just figured screw it, I'll just put it in all as live. Yeah, I probably should eat something since I don't have much health here. Yeah, just eat that. All right, let's go try to get out of here. Ouch. I'd be able to see my main base. If I don't kill myself first. Being foolish. Yeah, I don't quite have all my super stamina on here. Yeah, we're about ready to, as soon as I get out of this biome and I head across this forested biome, we'll be back at my original base where I started the series. Now, one of the things that they did introduce in this DLC is these other mineral formations. This is, I think this is clay, which is a new building material they introduced. They introduced scoria, obsidian, and clay, which are new building materials in this DLC. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. So you would have just, if you're in marching band, you would just, are your classes finished for this semester? I think I can get out through here. Can I get out? Please. I can get out through here. Yes, finally. All right, so we are out of the, notice in the right hand corner, right below the weather and the time, says we're in the grassy plain. So we have exited the swamp biome, and we're in the grassy plains. If you notice, we got, you know, carrots there, you know, just regular kind of grassy fiber. So we got stone if we need it. All right, let's see if I can get myself. I say my This is my main base over here. Oh, there's my, yep, it's right here. And I have another tame over there, so I can get, let's see if I can get over here. Schooling's this week. Cool, cool. Are you, junior, senior, yep, we have, oh, this is a bad idea, but they have, apiary in here too. So you can get bees and honey. You make, things out of honey. All right, where did I put that? There it is. Lost. Yeah, if you don't have a good light source, trying to maneuver at nighttime is rough in this game. That's why I tend to sleep the night through. Yeah, normally I would have a mount, but since we kind of took a non-standard route back here, my buffalo is back at that Arctic base, so I'm gonna have to take a special trip off stream up to collect him. But I'm probably just gonna end the stream as soon as I get back to my main base here. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so if you're just finishing up your 8th grade, so you're gonna be a freshman in high school come August. Yep, and that is good. Enjoy it. Okay, I am slowly zeroing in on a base up here. Yeah, that's what I say. When daytime gets around, this game is it's using Unreal UE4. This game is one of the best looking survival games that there is right now. They took great care with the fidelity of this game. I have completed the last mission of this DLC. When I get back to the main base here, I'll show you the kind of the base computer where you request operations, and I'll kind of show you the mission tree for this DLC. but there are other kind of non-mission-y missions that are kind of just side quest type stuff. Like how Preston Garvey can constantly ask you to go and help a settlement in Fallout 4. There's similar type missions that are in here where you have to go and hunt a specific animal or. All right, I need to get right there. Nope. Trying to get. Am I? Huh. Interesting. Okay. Get down off this. Say I've got myself a little bit lost. That's okay. All right, here we go. Aha. That's where I'm at. Now I remember where I'm at. Yeah. Let's get up here. I haven't been back here in a while. I say I've been up in that volcanic region for some time now. Hopefully my Moa is still alive. Alright. Go check on him. Oh. Hey there, buddy. How you doing? Did you get any levels? Nope. Nope. I haven't leveled up. Alright. This is my main, this is my original base. And I know what I was gonna, okay, let me do this real quick. I wanna make it daytime so you can see how good this game looks in this biome. There we go. Get some daylight out here. Alright. Let it. Yeah. Alright. So, nope, that is not what I wanted. Yeah. Okay, I don't have it here. I must have removed it for some reason. Probably did that. For some reason, I don't remember. Yeah, it got removed. Anyway. So, give a little tour of the main base here. Pretty much it's got most of the same stuff. A battery pack. I need to really recharge that. Yep, got my gardening area. Got my greenhouse. Pretty much got all my crafting benches. Got my food in here. I need to actually get rid of this. Oops. I keep forgetting. I am like loaded. I need to get rid of some stuff here. Hold on. I need to send these exotics back up to the main base. Request to drop ship. Get out here. Yep, so when you get to areas like this, oh, good lord. Ouch. Alright. Fine. Lord. Leave me alone. Anyway. Fine. Okay. Yeah, what I was trying to do before I walked off a cliff. As the sun comes up here in the east, as this gets more light, you can see how the draw distance on this is just awesome. And you can see a pretty good distance out here. Let me get over to this other side. So you can see there's a river that runs through there. Because we just basically, that's how we got out of the Arctic area. Sorry. Yes, how we got out of the Arctic into the swamp into this area. And we just kind of cruised our way around through there. Okay, the lighting is finally showing up. So yeah, you can tell how good this game looks. And this is just UE4. Highly customized, I'm sure, but... And I think somebody asked them if they were going to go to Unreal 5, and they said it would, with the way their engine is so customized, it really wouldn't benefit them a great deal to try to switch to using UE5 and Nanite and all that stuff. So this is pretty well customized. Okay, where did that thing go? There it is. Need to send these exotics back, is because these are currency up in the space station. And I'll probably do that just so that I can show this to you.
Clear area.
Send that stuff back to my spaceship. Yeah, this is stone building pieces. And you can make stuff out of. I have a masonry bench here. You can make stone, concrete. You can make stuff out of clay. So you can make all kinds of building pieces. Or from scoria. Oops. Turned yourself off. Okay. Stone brick. So yeah, there's all manner of building pieces in here. All right, I think this is recharged. I got a little space. I'm gonna put some of this stuff away because I think I can take it back with me. That, and that. This is all kind of medicine stuff. And yep, that, eat that, or this. Egg and flatbread. I'll put this away. Okay, yeah, I needed to get this. The things about having a deep freeze is it builds up ice, which takes up inventory space. And I'm gonna just get rid of this ice. I don't need it for anything. Yeah, I'll just toss this out. Okay, now. Yep, I can put the egg and the flatbread away so they don't spoil. Sort this out a little bit. And I got some spoiled stuff. Put this in here. Do a little inventory cleanup. And I don't know why I would have this. I'll just toss this in here. Don't need gunpowder right now. Oops. Bit of lag there. Sorry about that. I don't need. Put the honey out here because I can use that to smoke stuff with. Put that in there. Yeah, so I just got some extra. I can go ahead and salt this stuff so it doesn't spoil as fast. Okay, that's done, that's done, that's done, that's done. And I don't really need these bones for any reason. I don't know why I have them. I'm not sure where I got them from. Okay, yeah, so we got charcoal, whole animal bones. Alright, I am going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and go back to the character select screen. I'll just show you the space station, because you can use those exotics as currency to buy other equipment and send it down and use it. Come on, come on. Boy. Here we go. I'll select my character. All right, so we have our workshop, and this is just our basic money. Then those exotics that we are finding, the purple ones and the red ones, those are kind of special currencies. So you can buy different spacesuits and different tools. Better pickaxes, axes, spears. You can get better bows. You can get better guns. If you need to, you can buy seeds. If you're trying to grow something that you haven't found if you haven't actually found the plant yet. Yeah, so some of those things I picked up there at the end, I could actually research and buy them up here, but they were just there as a part of the mission equipment. So you can mine these exotics too, so there's equipment for that. And if you need basic materials, you can buy those as well, like stone, dirt, wood. Now, a lot of this is fairly new. When the game first started, you couldn't do this. Things like buying resources, they didn't have that. And you can also get creatures too. You can get a dog, get chickens that can give you eggs, cows for milk, sheep for fur to make clothing and armor with. So you do quite a bit of stuff. And yeah, I can tell, this is how you put stuff into your dropship to take it down. In my case, since I'm in open world, I don't need to worry about that. So in any case, I think that is it. So thanks for sticking around. Ooh, eggshell. I think I need to get my coffee warmed up and refilled. So like I say, it's been a long stream. I don't normally push 3 hours. I really want to, but it makes it much more enjoyable if I get somebody like yourself that's asking questions and interacting. There was a young lady that showed up yesterday for half an hour or so, which was good. So definitely much more enjoyable. So enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and um, you see me online, poke in for whatever I'm playing. But take a look at that playlist, and I think that is it for now. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Yep, you too, and I'll talk